Okay, awesome. We are not quite snowed in yet. If you're watching the recording, you could watch it in the summer. We're definitely not snowed in. But at this recording, we are expecting an ice storm and then a snowstorm. And I'm from Louisiana, guys. Now, I grew up all around the world. In fact, one of the places that I lived right before I moved to Louisiana was right near the border of Canada in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where we would wake up and we would have snow to our rooftop. Like that was normal. It started snowing in September and didn't thaw out till June. And so when I moved to Louisiana and they got like half an inch and the schools closed, I was like, what is going on here? So for us, it's catastrophic, or it could be, because like everything shuts down. Nobody knows how to drive in it, and heaven forbid. So we are going to talk about snowed in skin. And that is all the hydration. You know, when you're in the maybe taking allergy medicine or different medications, or you're in the artificial heat, your skin can really dry out. Even if if you're oily, you're like, give me all the dryness. But if you're normal to dry, it can really dry out, and your body skin as well. And body care is having a moment. So we're going to talk about it all in a rapid fire succession. Now, obviously, what I do want you to know, if you're watching this and you have not participated in myself, if you're my client or one of our consultants, you're a Mary Kay girl, customizing a skincare program for you, that's what you want to do, because skincare is not one size fits all. I was thinking today, in fact, I think I'm going to make a post about, like, several people have bought product from me and they have said they zoomed in on our pictures, like our group pictures, and they were so impressed with everyone's skin in the picture. And I was like, isn't that interesting? That becomes like normal to us because skin is what we do. But I would bet out of like the 27 leaders that we're currently leading, just the leaders, not to mention all of our consultant teams, I would bet none of us have the exact same routine. Now we have the base, like the skincare base, like a repair set or a time wise set, or the Mary Kay skincare that has no actives in it. We have a base to start with. And then you want glass skin, obviously. So 9.9 times out of 10, we add a charcoal mask for detox, and then an exfoliator, more commonly a chemical peel, which I'm going to tell you about today. But then the need specific items come in where, what are your pain points? Like if I had a magic skin wand and I could wave it across your face and fix or change or improve anything that you wanted, anything and everything that you wanted it to, what would that be? So in the comments when this posts on YouTube, um, tell me about that. And we'll show you how to fix it. So it could be pigmentation, it could be hydration, it could be um, it could be extreme dryness, extreme oiliness. It could be you've noticed the finish on your skin is different, the pore size. So all of those come into play when you're talking about customizing a skin program. And when we're talking about being iced in or snowed in right now, making sure my sweet mama isn't texting me. Um, you're talking about like overcoming the dryness, and you want dewy, um, okay, guys, I'm letting y'all in because I already started the recording. So, you want dewy, youthful, glowy skin. And that's what we're talking about today. So, we've already talked about, creating a set and then customize it from there. So, let me just throw some things at you that are some of my faves for adding hydration. One of the things I'm going to start with, and I'll back up to what we talked about exfoliation, is you definitely want actives in your life. We are one of the companies, and few companies, because used to you could only get an active, which is like a pure ingredient, and those are game changers for your skin. You could only get that from a med spa or a plastic surgeon, um, derm, somewhere like that. So, but now there are a few of us that can sell those in their purity. And so I'm just telling you, when you figure out that magic wand question answer, and you comment on my YouTube after this post to YouTube, you want to tell me, and those of you who are live with me now can put that in the chat, and we'll talk about that after the recording. But you want to tell me, like, if I did have a magic skin wand, and I kind of do, and I could wave it across your skin and change or improve or fix anything that you wanted to, what would all those things be? So type that in the chat. Don't unmute right now because we are recording, and then we'll tell you about. So I'm going to go back to actives, but right now is I'm going to tell you about two of my favorite things that are just simple hydration fix. In fact, in the industry, we call them super hydrators, and they are the same step in product. So this is an oil-free hydrating gel. This is an intense moisturizing cream. They are not to substitute as a moisturizer because they are extreme hydration. They are to put after your moisturizer to create a sort of reservoir, to keep your moisture there and to not let it dip. So the difference would be this one, it looks like a purple pudding. Let me show it to you. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, your face will wake up feeling like silk. I actually use this morning and night during the winter. It gives you a dewy glow. It's for normal combination and oily skin. So it's a gel type cream. And this is actually now, I use this on my feet as well, but don't get a separate one because if you're dipping your fingers and then putting it on your feet and then you're putting it on your face, that's like not good. So look, it is like thick and rich. So it's for normal to dry and super dry skin. Same step, creates the same reservoir, no actives, but lots of yummy botanicals that create a hydration fix. So I would definitely add those. My daughter gets stopped. Her skin is so gorgeous. And she uses one of these in combination with her moisturizer. I think it's the oil-free hydrating gel, even though she is super dry. No, it's the intense moisturizing cream. Kind of right after her foundation primer, a little bit before her foundation, and her skin is like glass. It is glowy. That is a buzzword, by the way. If you hear me talk about K-beauty or glass skin, the Koreans have the edge on all things beauty. So when we're talking about hacking your skin, creating moisture, giving you that dewy, youthful glow, snowed in skin, then that's what we're talking about. We're talking about that. Matte is not in case you don't know. Matte skin is not in. We don't want that. We want you to be we want your skin looking like skin. Like if your skin was in a vacuum, it was the very best skin you could ever have. That's what we want. We don't want someone to say, oh, your makeup looks good, unless your skin game is a 10. Okay, so let me talk to you about some actives that are specifically hydration. Um, this is our hyaluronic acid and ceramide. So it's a booster. I love boosters because they're glass bottles, glass droppers. Bam. You just super easy. After you cleanse, put it on, then you follow with the rest of your serums. This provides hydration at a cellular level. So incredible. This is the serum that almost everyone uses because even if you're oily, your skin will get dehydrated really easily. So if you hydrate it at a cellular level, then you're going to create less surface oil, less sebum. And so it's a win-win. One of the things that people leave out sometimes are toners. Now, our cleansers have toners in them, but I love a toner. Does anybody like me and love a toner? Well, our balancing toner right here from our Mary Kay Skin line. Now, the Koreans want you to pat your toner in. You can use a cotton round or you can pat it in with your fingers, but this toner restores your pH balance, but it also helps to hydrate because anytime your pH balance is straight across the line, enough alkaline, enough acidity, then you've got a good balance for that dewy look. Now, we talked a little bit about exfoliation. We have a great microdermabrasion. I did it last night. I don't know if you can see my skin very well. I do microdermabrasion every other day, and on the off days, I do the peel twice a week. I never skip this. This is my favorite product in our line. It is now your skin's not going to peel. So if you went to Medi-Spa, you've heard me talk about this. Our goal, in fact, is that you look and feel like $1,000,000, that your skin looks and your makeup look, because confidence is an inside job, but when you can create it on the outside to remember what it looks like, you can choose it. So with our product as the vehicle, that's what we want. Well, this is one of the things I would not skip. If you go to a Medi-Spa and you have it's glycolic acid, it has glycolic acid, then they'll paint glycolic acid on your face if you want to peel anywhere from least intensity to like intense. And depending on the intensity, you will either flake off dramatically or literally your skin will peel off in sheets for about 2 weeks, sometimes 3, depends on how intense. When you get that through with, your skin is like a baby's booty soft, like it's like gone, you know. But I don't know about you, but I don't have 3 weeks to do that. This gives you the same texture game changer. It sloughs off the pores on the top, I mean, the cells on the top that are holding on. Then it goes deeper to get the ones that are stubborn so that you are sloughing off that skin. But we deliver it in a marine botanical for the moisture and to keep you from having any downtime. So, zero downtime. You simply cleanse your face. I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to do all the masking tonight because, you know, we're snowed in skin. So, if you want to know what I'm doing, message me later and I'll give you the stack. Um, in fact, I might can do it today. But I'm going to put this on, leave it, set a timer for 10 minutes, wipe it off, and then follow up with the rest of my serums and moisturizers and the layer of luxury, I call it. So you definitely want this from your consultant. This is the Repair Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, but you can just say glycolic peel. And this, look at this bottle. It lasts you forever. Okay. So I would do a charcoal before that. That is not necessarily in the hydration that we're talking about today, but charcoal is a detox for your pores, like a vacuum for your pores, and our pores can hold up to 7 years of debris. Okay, does anybody like me, you can tell me in the YouTube comments or here if you're live, and has like itchy, dry, patchy. I have a lot of, well, not a lot, but the food intolerances that I do have are significant. And guess what? They get to show on my face. So I have this rash right here that a gluten, they call it a gluten rash, that, and it's almost completely gone. In fact, today it looks gone. This new product, Barrier Restore, it's called Barrier Restore 113. Now, when I tell you in 3 hours, you won't recognize your skin. So if you are that person that has, you know, like rosacea, or you have redness, or you have itchiness, or you're just reactive, I have psychosensitive skin. This is now my third bottle. I've gone through this and it is like, I must see if I can, I don't know if I can tell, you can tell the difference. I do this right before my moisturizer. So it's that type of cream. I'm gonna put it on the back of one hand and we'll look at it in a minute. You can remind me. Okay, look at that. Also, I would suggest everything you do to your face, put the leftover on your hand. Z says she's on her second bottle. I've been doing that for years and my hands are very much younger than my age. Okay, next thing, replenishing serum C plus E. If someone asks you two gold standards in skincare, vitamin C, retinol. Just say yes if you're 20 or over. Vitamin C plus E. We put an E in it because E tends to turbo boost C, and vitamin C is always good for your skin. For years, scientists had a difficulty putting it in a product purely because it's when it meets oxygen, it loses its effectiveness really fast. And then we had a breakthrough with Mary Kay soon after. A lot of companies had a breakthrough and we were able to do it. But this, I would say this ups your glow factor and your hydration factor dramatically. So this is a serum I don't skip. Vitamin C plus E, replenishing. I love it too. I'm kind of nerdy. It tells you when it goes up. So you know when it's done instead of just being like, okay. Next thing is retinol. We talked about retinol, zero point 0.3. Now, our zero point 0.3, retinol itself is not a gentle ingredient, okay? So I'm not saying it's gentle. I'm just saying because of the zero point 0.3, you can use it every day if you want to. I use it every other day. I am psychosensitive. But since I've gotten the Barrier Restore, I've been able to use it more often. And what you want to always do before retinol, we can give you an order of application. I have that readily available. But you definitely always want to put your eye cream on first because you don't want to touch the area around your eyes with retinol. I actually don't do my neck. Some people do their neck. Evidently, my neck is way more sensitive to actives, so I do my face. But this reverses aging. When I say reverses, reverses. So you get that dewy, fresh, young skin. That layer is gone. That is like, you know, sun affected, which is most of our aging is photo aging, all the things. One of the other things that I want to talk about, I've got 4 more things I want to talk about before we shut up. This in our area, which area means like the people that I directly and indirectly mentor, this is called a biocellulose mask. Now, raise your right hand. I will not buy my vitamins or my skincare on Amazon. Can you just say no? Y'all, I could tell you some horror stories. Just don't. There is a viral K-beauty mask. This is like that mask that you get on Amazon. And this has all of those ingredients plus more. Every ingredient that K-beauty has and is a proponent of, we have in our line, which I love being able to say this. This is a webbing mask. So you take the webbing off. I actually put mine in a warm sink before I put it on. Yummy, yummy. Warm water sink, not just a warm sink. That was kind of goofy. You take the webbing off, place it on your face. It has like a second skin technology, so it's not going to be like hanging off. Then you pull the second piece of webbing off and just smooth it. You want to leave it on for like 25 or 30 minutes so you can go do something. But I often leave mine on, like mom will watch a movie and I'll leave it on the entire movie, or I'll do a couple loads of laundry. I just leave it on until it's just almost like gone, like disappeared. And then I take it off. Luminosity, firming, lifting, glow. I'm telling you, you want to join us and do one a week. Heavenly. You get 4 in a box. And normally on the open market, a true K Beauty, not an Amazon one, a true K Beauty mask for a couple mask is about $250. You can get 4 of these for 70. I know. Now, I want to address that. I'm going to address that in a post today. Sometimes I say when I'm talking to people about products, I say, okay, I'm about to tell you how much this costs, but I need you to make me a promise. And they're thinking that I'm going to tell them that it costs so much. I need you to promise me that you will not instantly assume because of the price that it is not as quality. Because what you need to know is we manufacture everything in the good old USA in Lewisville, Texas. As a consultant, we buy directly from Mary Kay, the manufacturer. We sell directly to the consumer. We're not a multi-level. There's no middleman. So our product costs a fourth to a sixth of what the same, well, not same quality, but close to quality would cost on an open market, and would be really exorbitant. And so when I tell you that for an eye cream, for example, is $44, I need you to know that that would be 2 or 300 minimum for an eye cream. But you get it from me. I'm not paying anybody's salary but my own. I'm not paying anybody's light bill. I'm not paying a brick and mortar. So that's why our cost is so low. Okay, so these are our eye patches. Y'all, when I wake up, especially if I've been cross-contaminated, which is hard not to do, I like have puffiness right in here. Does anybody have puffiness like me? Oops, I'm dripping it all over. These, y'all, I just dripped it all over myself. These are ooey gooey, yummy, sparkly pink. And I put them on when I get up, I have my quiet time, have my hot tea, leave them on for about 20 minutes. A lot of my girls take their kids to school and they have them on in Carline, and they're the best gift, but they're the best gift to yourself. You can't take me anywhere. I'm the girl that spills. So those are awesome. This is our eye cream. You got to have an eye cream for snowed in skin. In fact, I marinate my eye cream. Today would be a great day to do that. When you do your eye cream, just put it really thick where you can see the white cream. And then I put it up here too. Now, our eye creams migrate. So you don't have to scooch it close to your lashes. I put it on the bone and on my lid a little bit. And then I put it here, but not scooched up to your lashes. The reason why you don't want to put any eye cream up to your lashes is because our lashes are meant to protect us. And if it gathers there, then it'll irritate your eye. But when you put extra and you marinate it and just let it soak in, it is, Z just said she tried that too. I've been doing it for a couple years with my eye cream at night. I don't do it in the morning, marinate it. I do it at night and glob it on, really, for lack of a technical term. And it is dramatic. I'll get close. You can see my eyes. And let's just say I'm 40 through way. Okay. And it has a cold tip that helps you can massage it in. And it just always stays cold, and it's great for that area. Excuse me. Okay. 3 more things, and one of them is a sneak peek, so stay with me till the end. This is our Time Wise body lotion. Now, if we're going to talk about our face, we're going to talk about our body skin. I don't know about y'all, but even when my skin was super oily when I was younger, my body skin was dry. And when it gets cold, it like itches. It's so dry. And you don't want to do that because you can get an infection if you're, doing that. So I take this Time Wise body lotion. I put a big dollop in my hand, excuse me, and then I put our nourishing oil. Now, this nourishing oil at night, the last thing I do after my moisturizer is it's a glass dropper in a glass bottle. I put a full dropper on my face and neck. In the morning, I put about this much after my moisturizer before my foundation primer. It's part of what gives me that glow, but it is a hydration hack. You're probably thinking, because I wasn't like putting oil on my face. No, no, because I was an oily girl. But it creates so much hydration. You're going to die when you see the glow change. Well, when you put a full dropper in your body lotion and then smooth it all over your body, you will pet yourself. You're so soft. It's great for your tips of your hair, for your cuticles. I put that lotion I told you that I put on my feet. I put that on my feet, and then I put the nourishing oil on top, and then put socks on. You can do that for your hands. My daughter has really dry hands, so she will like layer extra moist night cream, moisturizer, and nourishing oil, and then put little cotton socks on her hands to sleep with. You got to have some. We affectionately, not sacrilegiously, call it Jesus tears. We love it so much. Okay, so y'all ready? My consultants don't know this yet, but they're going to be able to earn this um, in the next few days. And this is coming out in February. So if you're watching this, then you can just tell your consultant, I want one of those. So it's called Hydrating Cream Mask, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the back of my, you can leave it on. You can sleep in it. If you sleep in it, I would do all of my skincare. You can see it's white. All my skincare, and then I would smooth it on and then sleep in it. You can use it as a mask. Like tonight when I do the layer of luxury, I'm going to like even look at that. Just one look at that. It's crazy. So we're adding the star line and it's K-Beauty-esque because again, layer of luxury, layer of moisture, all the actives. It's amazing. And it can be used for all skin types because this literally has no actives in it, but it's just the moisture product. So coming to a Mary Kay Girl near you, and consultants, if you're watching this, ask me how you can get yours free before the end of January. So that is our snowed in skin. I'm going to stop the recording, and those of you who are on live, I want to answer your questions in the chat. So thank you for watching. Hold one second.